We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Baltimore Ravens. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down, it's Jackson dancing to his left. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat.
A 10-yard loss.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3rd and 15.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They go play action with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Jackson from the shotgun. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, They timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down, Allen got a man. It's Gibson complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Allen. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And that's a sight familiar to Ravens fans. Matthew Judon, a 2019 Pro Bowler. He led the Ravens with a career-high 9.5 sacks in 2019.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. On first down, Gibson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Tavon Young in on the tackle. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it'll be third down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
At the 41-yard
line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing now is Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Steven Sims, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Allen. Catch here, left side. Thomas. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Allen to throw once more. And he finds McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Throwing is Jackson. Out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. Going to be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he dumps this off over the middle. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On second down, it's Gibson, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That one is slant to McLaurin. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Operating from the gun, Allen. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And incomplete. He was covered by Patrick Queen.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Pick the edge. Come on. Hey, he's crossing. He's checking crowd.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. From the gun, Allen. The throw taken in by Sims. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. Open man here, Sims complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
27-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Pickup brings up second and 3 at the 20-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Operating from the gun, Allen. And that is incomplete here. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they let them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Steps away to his left. He may try and run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll try the left side. Gibson.
Oh, we got
and he
plenty of
takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes this Washington 20, Ravens 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
28, 22 yards there, a 1st down. They go play action now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
He's at the 50. The 30.
For this.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
It's a gain of 48 yards.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, it's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Complete.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Marquise Brown coming off of a solid rookie season. 46 catches, 584 yards, but he was never 100% in his rookie year. As head coach John Harbaugh talked about the foot injury that he played with throughout the season. Now they expect him to be 100% healthy. And when so, they'll see more of those plays that had everyone called him Hollywood in college.
His pass caught at the 4.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, it's Gibson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Don't be scared of it.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He'll find Gibson here complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play, because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 28 yards. They go play action with Jackson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Tucker with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. He's
he's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Ravens' 4-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Ravens 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7 brings up second and
looking to throw again on second down. Jackson buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes this Washington 41. Ravens.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. And his throw here is incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
First down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens Ravens touchdown.
Marquise Brown.
Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On third down. It's Gibson, and he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Play action. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety.
Jackson's pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Today's finals, Washington.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.